Florida begins to assess the damage after Hurricane Idalia slammed into its Gulf Coast. And Tesla is under investigation for alleged secret plans involving a glass house for Elon Musk. The Morning Rundown starts now. This is Straight Arrow News, bringing you unbiased, straight facts. Today is Thursday, August 31st. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. Florida residents are hopeful they avoided grave devastation after Gulf Coast communities were slammed by Category 3 Hurricane Idalia Wednesday morning. While much damage was done from the storm's high winds and floods, the early reports of life lost remain low. Cameras captured the historic storm surge in Florida's Big Bend area. At first, water sits below the home before rising, taking down the structure and leaving debris floating feet above what used to be dry land. Cleanup efforts are underway in Florida, and hundreds of thousands of residents already have power restored. Meanwhile, Idalia weakened to a tropical storm, but still packed a punch amid its arrival to South Carolina and Georgia. One person in Georgia has been reported dead, while 2 traffic deaths in Florida are being investigated as possibly storm-related. At least 73 people have died and dozens more are injured after a 5-story building went up in flames in the South African city of Johannesburg. The building was occupied by hundreds of homeless people, according to emergency officials on the ground. By daybreak, the flames were extinguished, but recovery operations remained. Officials say they expect to find more victims as they continue to work their way through the building. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has recommended the reclassification of marijuana that would make it more accessible to Americans. The government agency is calling for an easing of federal restrictions on marijuana, something President Joe Biden has been vouching for. HHS recommends marijuana be classified as a Schedule III drug, meaning the agency believes it has a low potential for abuse and dependence. The DEA will now review its recommendation and make a final decision. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell appeared to freeze up at an event in Kentucky on Wednesday, just weeks after a similar episode in Washington, freezing in front of reporters. It was a lengthy pause after one reporter asked the 81-year-old Kentucky senator his thoughts on running for re-election. Take a listen.
What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
yes.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
After McConnell's aide steps into the picture to check on the senator, she calls for further assistance. A member of his security detail is then heard asking the senator if he needs to step outside. McConnell remained at the podium for a few more minutes before closing questioning. McConnell froze for about 20 seconds at a news conference at the Capitol in late July. In March, the senator suffered a concussion and broken rib after a fall. As there are growing concerns over McConnell's health and age, a poll has revealed that the majority of Americans believe age is a factor in how effective a leader can be, and believe an age limit should be imposed to members of the U.S. House and Senate, along with the President of the United States. We have a full report at san.com. Tesla is under investigation for its use of company funds over an alleged secret initiative known as Project 42, believed to involve plans to build a glass house for owner Elon Musk. According to a report, people familiar with the matter say the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York and the Securities and Exchange Commission have each launched separate investigations into the project. The Journal says federal prosecutors are looking into whether Tesla used its own funds for Musk's personal use. This is the second time in 1 week that Elon Musk has been the center of a Department of Justice investigation. First, it was SpaceX, the DOJ suing the company over alleged discriminatory hiring practices. Now it's Tesla's spending that has the eye of the DOJ. In addition, the Justice Department and SEC are also investigating the performance of Tesla's autopilot driver assistance system. As for Project 42, the Wall Street Journal reports the plans call for the glass home to be built near Tesla's factory in Austin, Texas. Tesla did not respond to the Journal's request for comment. Finally this morning, a new record in the world of sports has been set, and this one is about the fans. 92,003 people filled Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska on Wednesday, becoming the largest crowd to witness a women's sports event. The venue is normally the home of Nebraska football. The volleyball fans got to see the Cornhuskers defeat Omaha 3-0 as part of a celebration called Volleyball Day in Nebraska. The previous world record for women's sport attendance was set during a 2022 Champions League soccer match at 91,648. Those are your top stories this Thursday morning. Thank you for choosing Straight Arrow News as your trusted source. Be sure to download the Straight Arrow News app and get notified each weekday when the Morning Rundown is available to watch. Also, subscribe to our podcast. Just search the Morning Rundown on Spotify. Unbiased, straight facts, that's Straight Arrow News. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.